You can feel it sitting across from him. He is right there. Same table, same face. But something behind his eyes has gone quiet. He is scrolling his phone while you talk. He is nodding, but not really hearing you. And there is this slow, sinking feeling in your chest. Not because he has done anything wrong, but because the warmth you used to take for granted is just gone. And your brain starts doing that thing it does. Why does this keep happening? Did I do something? Is he just not into me anymore? Am I the problem? Or is this just what long-term love turns into? Here is what nobody tells you honestly. The relationship didn't get harder because his love faded. It got harder because his safety did. Something shifted inside him, and instead of pulling closer, he pulled away. And the more you reached, the more he retreated, until you both ended up sitting in the same room feeling completely alone. You are not failing at love. You are not crazy. And you are not the only woman who has ever stared at a man she still loves and wondered where he went. By the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly what pulled him away, what made it worse, and what actually brings a man back. Not tricks, not games, not pretending you don't care, but something deeper that changes the whole dynamic from the inside out. Let's get into it. Most women believe that when a man pulls away, it means he has lost interest, found someone else, or simply stopped loving them the way he used to. But the real truth is, when a man goes quiet, it almost never means his love is gone. It means his nervous system is overloaded. It means he does not know how to say what is actually happening beneath the surface, so he disappears into silence instead. It means something inside him feels threatened, and his only move is to create distance because distance feels safer than honesty does. And here is what changes everything. Pulling away is not the opposite of love. It is what love looks like when someone has run out of emotional safety. He didn't stop caring. He stopped being able to stay close without feeling overwhelmed. When you really understand that, the whole dynamic shifts. You stop chasing, you stop panicking, you stop trying to fix him, and you start doing something most women never think to do. You start becoming the kind of woman he feels safe enough to walk back toward. That's the foundation. And here is what nobody explains about the 7 shifts that actually work. Stop chasing the version of him that disappeared. Most women, when they feel a man pulling away, do the exact thing that pushes him further. They text more, they ask more questions, they try to talk it out, fix it, pull it back into shape. They think if they just explain themselves clearly enough, he will come back to the surface. But here is what is actually happening beneath the surface. His nervous system is reading your pursuit as pressure. Not because he doesn't love you, but because pressure is what his body is already drowning in. A man who pulls away is usually a man who feels he cannot meet your needs without losing himself. And every text, every question, every "are we okay?" quietly confirms that belief. So picture this, the disconnecting version. Hey, are you okay? You seem distant. Can we talk about this? Why are you being like this? Did I do something wrong? He reads it. He replies with 3 words. He feels the walls go up another inch. The connecting version. Silence. A breath. A simple text later that evening. I love you. I miss you. Take the space you need. His shoulders drop. Something in him registers. She isn't chasing me out of fear. She is letting me come home on my own. And when you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having a single hard conversation about it. Reclaim your own emotional center before you try to bring him back. Most women treat his withdrawal like an emergency that requires their full attention. They build their whole day, mood, and identity around decoding his silence. They stop doing the things they love. They shrink. They wait. But the real truth is, a man does not fall back in love with a woman who has made him her whole world. He falls back in love with a woman who has a whole world and is happy to let him into it. There is a difference between love and longing, and your nervous system can feel it. When you abandon yourself to hold on to him, you become a feeling instead of a person. And a man cannot connect with a feeling. He can only connect with a woman. So picture this. The disconnected version. She cancels plans with her friends because he might call. She stops posting. She stops laughing. She orbits him like a planet around a sun that won't look up. The connected version. She goes to dinner anyway. She answers when he texts, but she doesn't rearrange her life around his mood. He watches her laughing in a photo with her friends and feels something old stir in his chest. I forgot how good she looks when she's not waiting on me. And when you do that, your partner stops feeling like a problem to manage and starts feeling like a person you actually want to come home to. Create real space, not as a strategy, but as a sacred reset. Most couples, when distance shows up, either ignore it or fight through it. They pretend it's not there. They schedule a talk. They force a conversation before either of them has actually had the space to figure out what is true. But here is what nobody explains. Emotional repair doesn't happen in the heat of the moment. It happens after two nervous systems have had time to settle. Real space is not a manipulation. It is what two emotionally mature people do when they know that closeness cannot be forced. It has to be invited back. And here's what changes everything. When you give a man space without punishment, without guilt, without conditions, his brain registers something rare. She didn't weaponize my silence. That single moment can undo months of withdrawal. So picture this, the disconnected version. Fine. Take your space. I guess I'll just be here waiting while you figure out whatever it is you're doing. The connecting version, I can feel something has shifted between us. I love you, and I'm not going anywhere. Take the time you need. I'm here when you're ready. His inner voice, quietly, is something like, she sees me. She's not angry. I don't have to defend myself. That's when the door he closed starts opening again. Not because you pried it open, but because you respected that it was closed. Show up differently, not louder. Most women, when they feel a man slipping, try harder. They wear more. They say more. They initiate more. They think the answer is to do more of what they were already doing, only more intensely. But the real truth is, what brought him to you in the first place was never the amount of effort. It was the feeling he got around you. Effort is loud. Energy is something else entirely. A man is drawn back to a woman whose presence changes his nervous system, not one whose effort makes him feel guilty for pulling away. So picture this, the disconnected version. She starts dressing up for him when he comes over. She asks about his day in a way that feels loaded. He can feel the performance. He retreats further. The connecting version. She walks into the room relaxed. She laughs easily. She mentions something she did that she enjoyed. He feels her real. He leans in without even realizing it. Her brain is quietly registering. She's different. She feels like herself again. That's when the love you used to have starts rebuilding itself in the background, quietly, the way it did in the beginning. Trigger his instinct to come back by becoming more whole, not more available. Most women think attraction is about what they do for him. They become more accommodating, more eager, more focused on him. They think if they just meet his needs better, he will turn back toward them. But here is the real psychological truth. A man's attraction is built and rebuilt by what he senses he cannot quite reach. Not playing hard to get, not pretending, but genuinely living a life that is full enough, rich enough, warm enough that his return becomes a choice, not a rescue. He is drawn back to a woman who is becoming, not one who is waiting. So picture this, the disconnected version. She waits by the phone. She drops everything when he calls. He feels the weight of being her whole world. He pulls away more. The connected version, she has dinner with a friend, mentions she is thinking about a new project, sends him a voice note laughing about something funny that happened. He feels the warmth. He also feels the slight ache of, she's not waiting for me anymore. His brain registers a quiet alarm. Something in him says, I don't want to lose her. That's the shift that turns a relationship that feels like a negotiation into one that feels like a refuge he actually chooses. Speak to the scared part of him, not the part that is pulling away. Most women, when a man goes cold, address the behavior. You're distant, you're withdrawn, you're not the same, and every word of it is true, but it lands on the wrong layer. It speaks to his defenses, not his fear. But here is what is actually happening. The part of him that is pulling away is not the part that is in charge. Underneath is a man who is scared of failing you, of not being enough, of losing his freedom, of being misunderstood. When you speak to that scared part instead of the wall, something opens that no confrontation can ever open. And here's what changes everything. You don't do this with a long conversation. You do it with one sentence, said softly, that lets him know he is seen without being accused. So picture this. The disconnected version. I don't understand why you're being this way. You need to talk to me. You can't just